Beneath a canopy of tents protected from the falling snow, investigators sift through dirt at a property under intense investigation. Nearly 2 weeks ago, police discovered human remains here on this 10-hectare farm. DNA tests now confirm they are those of 18-year-old Traci Genereaux. She was last seen getting into a white van in Vernon at the end of May. She'd been working in the sex trade at the time.
It is a very sad and tragic situation.
Angie Lohr runs an outreach organization and says the women she works with are on edge.
They also are, making each other maybe a little more aware of where they're going to be going. But then again, a lot is online. And so a lot of women we don't have contact with, a lot of women are just putting themselves in some vulnerable situations and no one really knows where they are.
This farm is in the same area where a woman reported being attacked at the end of August. She was working as an escort and came here to connect with the man she first met online. Police issued a warning in October after the attack, and a few days later, they arrested and charged Curtis Sagmoen. He was living at the property where the remains were found. Police haven't laid any charges yet in relation to Genereaux's death, but an exhaustive search is underway.
We do have a large number of resources that are dedicated to this investigation, and that's in a variety of forms, that being investigators that are conducting door knocks, investigators that are looking up previous file information, file review, to those that are physically on the scene.
Genereaux is one of 5 women who have gone missing in this area in less than 2 years.
It makes me nervous with the snow on the ground now. How long are they going to be able to look?
For those living near the property, news of the investigation leads to more questions than answers at this point.
Not knowing, I think, is one of the worst things. They've announced that they found one body, but is there more? I mean, they're still on site with a large crew. We drive by there and we're just like, holy smokes, that's huge, eh? So we're all wondering, what else is out there?
This T-shirt was made.
No one more so than the families of the other missing women. John Simpson's daughter Ashley disappeared in 2016. She was living on a road that runs parallel to the property they're now searching. Simpson was relieved to hear the remains weren't his daughter's, but he's still without answers.
Very remorse in Traci's family, knowing that they have found their child deceased in a terrible way, but they have closure on this. There's 5 other families in that area that don't have closure on their missing children in that area.
As for Genereaux's case, police are still trying to establish a timeline to figure out just what led up to the 18-year-old's death and just why her remains were unearthed here. Briar Stewart, CBC News, near Salmon Arm.